It's amazing how people mature in 2 years. From our first interview, which consisted of nothing but four-lettered words, to this highly articulate stance this week.
Every single we've ever done has been, you know, ever since we made our first single, the second one's been, like, different from what you've come to expect from the Jesus and Marychain. And that's what the Jesus and Marychain is all about. It's like, you know, it's like if we ever make the record you're expecting, you know, that's it, we're finished, you know. It's like that hopefully the next record will be, like, you know, a surprise as well. Wait and see. It become a burden. It's like that old, you know, like the circus freak act, you know, like the Marychain and their feedback was getting a bit tiring, you know. It's like everywhere we went, it's the same old question. It's like, why no feedback? And it's like, the reply's obvious. The fact that people sit down and ask you that question is the reason why there's no feedback. Why should there be? It's like we're a rock and roll group. You know, where was the feedback when you're Johnny B. Good? There wasn't any, and it's like, that's just
also, the feedback thing tends to throw a shadow over the songwriting, which we feel is our strongest point. No matter how good or bad the production is, we always feel as if our songs shine through. And then when people talk about feedback, sometimes it does insult you, really. When they say, where's the feedback? Others, there is feedback. It's like, to us, feedback was like the way people use keyboards. It's like if Simply Red used keyboards in the last single and then they didn't use them in this single, it would be a weird situation for people to say, where's the keyboards? And I think they would be like, you know, what the hell's happening? And that's the way we feel sometimes. Because actually the last record never had feedback on it, some candy talking.
We're just keeping up I mean, it is a tradition, but we're keeping up the kind of the wild side of that tradition. Hopefully the untamed side of rock and roll is alive in us and groups like us. Pop music's dead, that's all I've got to say.